dear 7thers. I hope last two videos I made for standard 7 were helpful. In this video I will talk about CPU, that is Central Processing Unit. Before I proceed, I want to tell you one thing. If you have any query related to the topic taught, or if you want to ask anything, you can send me an email, dear students, on my email ID, which you can see down to the screen, that is dhn.sanjay@yahoo.com, and I will make sure to reply for all your queries. So without wasting our time, let us move on to the next slide and the topic. So we will continue with the same unit, that is components of a computer system, and in this video we will talk about different hardware parts. And the first hardware part we are going to cover in this video is Central Processing Unit. Students, as we know that computer consists of many hardware components. Now in this video we will talk about some important hardware components of a computer system. So let us proceed with the topic. So let us proceed with the first and the most important hardware considered for a computer, that is CPU, Central Processing Unit. Now CPU is the main component of a computer system that is integrated with a microprocessor and the memory unit. The microprocessor consists of arithmetic logic unit and the control unit, which regulates the function of various devices in a computer system. The motherboard is an integral part of the CPU, which contains the microprocessor and the memory unit. A CPU includes three main parts, that is arithmetic logic unit, control unit, memory unit, that regulate the working of the entire system. Dear students, here when we say a microprocessor is designed to execute logical and computational tasks with typical operations such as addition, subtraction, device communication, input-output management, etc. A microprocessor is composed of integrated circuits, that is also called IC, that holds thousands of transistors. Exactly how many, it depends on the relative power or the relative speed of the microprocessor. A computer receives data, processes it, and it gives meaningful results as information. The flow of data and instruction which occur during processing in a computer system is shown below. Now if you can see the picture, now in the picture it is given, dear students, that the input given by the user, it first goes to the primary memory, that is to the RAM. Now RAM takes the data from the user as a raw data. Now the raw data, after taking it from the user, it is sent to the processor. Now processor decides what type of data it is. If it is a logical data or if it is a mathematical data, let us say if it is a calculation based data, it goes to the ALU. Now ALU performs the task, and after providing the result, after making the result, again it is sent back to the main memory. Now when the result comes to the main memory, again from the main memory it goes to the output and the secondary memory. I mean to say that it goes to the secondary hardware, that is the secondary storage device. In that device, whatever the result has come, it is stored, and along with that it goes to the output, let us say to the monitor. Suppose, one more example I will give you. Suppose we have given a command to play a song. Now that command goes to the primary memory, to the RAM first. Now RAM sends the data, the raw data which has come from the user. RAM sends the data to the processor. Now processor will find out what type of command is given by the user. After the data is processed by the processor, again the information, the cooked data I mean to say the processed data is again sent back to the primary memory. Now when the primary memory gets the result, The result it sends to the speaker because it was in the form of sound. In a human body, the brain takes all the major decisions to enable the body to perform various activities. In the same way, all major decisions in a computer system are taken by the CPU, that is the central processing unit. Thus, it is called the brain of computer. The central processing unit mainly consists of three components. The first one is ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. The computer performs all the arithmetical and logical operations through this unit. An arithmetical operation includes addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and logical operations. Dear students, the arithmetic logic unit is that part of the CPU that handles all the calculations of the CPU which the CPU may need. Most of the operations are logical in nature. Depending on how the ALU is designed, it can make the CPU more powerful, but it also consumes more energy and creates more heat. Therefore, there must be a balance between how powerful and complex the ALU is and how expensive the whole unit becomes. This is why faster CPUs are more expensive. Control unit. The control unit controls each and every part of the computer system along with the peripherals. It retrieves data and instructions from the memory and sends the commands to various parts of the computer system. Dear students, a control unit works by receiving input information that it converts into control signal, which are then sent to the central processor, that is the CPU. The computer's processor then tells the attached hardware, the connected hardware, what operations are to be carried out. Memory unit. The data and instructions which are entered in the computer system through input unit have to be stored inside the computer before the actual processing starts. Now, here it is written, dear students, that the data have to be stored inside the computer system before the actual processing starts. If you remember, in the last slide I said that RAM receives the raw data from the input from the user. Then that raw data is sent to the processor. That's what here it is written, that it has to be stored inside the computer before the actual processing starts. Means the RAM will send that raw data to the processor to process it. It is the primary memory unit which is designed to cater all these needs. It provides space for the storing data instructions, intermediate result and final instructions. That means that it is the RAM primary memory which stores the raw data also and the final result which is sent by the computer CPU. Now, main functions of a CPU. It stores data and instructions in memory which can be accessed for processing. Now, as I said, dear students, in the previous slide, that the data given by the user, it comes to the memory unit first, that is the primary memory RAM, and from RAM the data is sent to the processor for processing. Second one, it processes the data to give meaningful result. Now, as we know that CPU is considered as the brain of the computer, whatever data is received by the user as an input, and that data is sent to the processor to make it as a meaningful result. It controls each and every operation of the computer, including the operations of all its peripherals. As you know, dear students, that a processor contains CU, that is the control unit, and ALU. ALU is responsible to perform all the arithmetical and logical operations, whereas the control unit CU, it controls all the hardware and peripherals of the computer. Dear students, I hope the topic covered in this video was helpful. If you have any query, please write down on my email ID, that is dhn.sanjay@yahoo.com. I will make sure to reply each and every email at my earliest. Dear students, in the next video I will talk about the memory system of a computer, that is the primary memory and the secondary memory, and also about different secondary storage devices. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.